This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for a millennia. Please. My leg is broken. Please help me. Oh, I'm afraid there's no escape. I can assure you of that. Sooner or later, you all come here. Your dark thoughts brought you here. And for that, you are forever trapped down here. Please let me go. I have a family. I don't know how I got here or what I'm doing. Whatever you are or places is, I'm sorry. Please, I can't see, it's so dark. Before your suffering begins, I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror. Tiny tales of the creepy. I will assure you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness. Please, I swear I'll do anything. Please, just let me go. Please. Pardon me. Where are my manners? I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories that I pass down to you before the darkness takes you. This little ditty is called Showdown at Deadman's Gulch.
I, Sheriff Samuel McGrady, do solemnly swear to God and the good people of Dusty Gulch that the events that have taken place are 100% true. I promise on a stack of Bibles. Hell, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have said it was crazier than a rat in a shit tin house, or I was a few cards short of a full deck. But I was there, and I know what I saw, and I still don't believe it. I'd figure I'd document this into the best of my recollections, that'd help future generations. Not to mention it's part of my duties as a lawman. Shit, I don't even know where to start this crazy blasted ass tale, so I might as well start from the beginning.
The sun beat down mercilessly on the arid landscape, casting a desolate glow on the town of Dusty Gulch, or Deadman's Gulch as it would later come to be called. The wind whispered the swirling tumbleweeds as horses whinnied in the town. The boisterous streets were alive with townsfolk completing their daily routines. A ragtime melody could be heard coming from the Outlaws' Den Saloon as a man crashed through the window and tumbled onto the dirt street.
Next time I'll put a bullet between your eyes, you cheap bastard. That Applejack you just downed is 2 silver bits.
Exclaimed the bar dog as the man dusted himself off and took off running down the road. Children chased each other playing tag. They were having a hog-killing time. People came out of the mercantile store with airtights or canned goods, tobacco, and produce. The fair bells sat up top the railings on the second floor of the Honeypot brothel, waving handkerchiefs and showing leg garters to cowboys and other passerbys. Gold fever had struck the country. Why be a cattle wrangler for some land baron when you could strike it rich beyond your wildest dreams? There was talk about the Union Pacific Railroad Company running a rail line all the way from California, right past Dusty Gulch, continuing through the Northwest.
Sure, our town had its fair share with run-ins of outlaws, prospectors, and cheats, but I took an oath to uphold the law and to keep the peace. Ask anyone in town what a fair man I am. Most would say I'd give the shirt off my back. But break the law by gunning a man down in cold blood? You can bet your ass I won't hesitate to put 2 slugs in you. One smack dead between your eyes, and the other right between your chest. That's if I miss. And I never miss. Not only am I fast with the steel, but I'll drop you quicker than an ornery rattlesnake getting ready to strike after kicking up a nest.
Sheriff McGrady's dusty cowboy boots rested on his old worn-down desk. A dull gleam of light reflected off his spurs coming from the window. He struck his timber off his boot, lighting a hand-rolled cigarette, and inhaled deeply. He took his boots off the table and stood up.
One thing about those Cheyennes is they sure grow some of the finest tobacco west of the Rockies. Think I'll head over to the Outlaws' den and thank my good friend Chief Brave Wolf personally for this mighty fine blend. A few of the townsfolk told me I might find him there. For the leader of the Cheyenne tribe, Chief Brave Wolf was not only a wise and skilled warrior, but he could drink any white man under the table. The only other man that could meet Chief shot for shot was me, of course. Sure, his tribe might make some okay corn whiskey. Tastes like deer piss if you ask me. Still can't compare to my 100-proof firewater.
As the sheriff made his way across the dusty street towards the outlaws' den, he noticed 3 new coffins leaning against the undertaker's handrail. An older fellow wearing thick specs, dressed in a black robe and a white collar. He was measuring a body for a pine box.
The undertaker not only built coffins for the dead, but was the town's pastor as well, Father Michael. Now, Father Michael's sermons could touch the lowest of the low, snake into grass, good-for-nothing, yellow-belly outlaws. I tipped my hat to the father as he wiped his glasses with a red bandana. He placed them back on and gave me a friendly wave.
Top of the morning to you, Sheriff McGrady.
Busy day, Father. You got your work cut out for you in this fine, beautiful town of ours.
Aye, that is true, Sheriff. But you know the good Lord's work is never done.
So, who we laying to rest today, Father?
It be the Barnaby Boys gang. Not the brightest bunch of the West Plains. 'Twas only a matter of time before they were gunned down in cold blood, for after what they did to the poor child and her mother in South Dakota.
I heard the sons of bitches had their way with them, tied them to their horses and then drug them through the plains. If God's a betting man, which I think he is, then these bastards got dealt the hand they played.
The father made the sign of the cross as he kissed his golden cross that dangled from his neck.
Right bastards, if you ask me. Shits and sinners, the lot of them. So, are we still up playing for a hand later at the den? The first round's on me.
Hell, Father. Now you know I ain't got no problem taking money from a holy man. Just don't pass judgment on my soul when I hang you out to dry. You might just have to break into the church's donation box, not only to cover your bets, but also to pay your tab. Sure, you're on. See you around, Father.
McGrady slapped him on the back and pushed the saloon doors open to the outlaws' den. Music played in the background as women sat on cowboys' laps. Shot glasses were being slammed on tables as men were fighting and breaking chairs over someone's head.
Count 'em, full house, aces wild, I win.
That's buffalo shit, friend! I call you out! You're a goddamn cheat!
Ain't no goddamn cheat, and I'll put a slug in you, drop you where you stand.
Both men stood up as their chairs toppled over, hands going for their trusty side piece ready to draw. Sheriff McGrady slowly walked up to the men and tipped his hat to them. He then patted his Colt and tapped his badge.
Mr. James, Mr. Flint. Last time I checked, I'm still the law around here. I can either ask you to settle this like gentlemen, or I could take you both to the pokey and lock you up till sunup. Well, then there's option 3. See how fast I really am. You boys know I've got the fastest draw around these parts, and you'd be deader than dead before your shot glass even hit the table.
Both men slowly lowered their pistols, and the sheriff did the same. McGrady took off his hat and swept the pot in it and placed it on his head.
What the fuck? That's my winnings. My money, gentlemen. House wins. Now get to kicking rocks before I change my mind and put some lead in you.
Mr. Flynn and Mr. James stumbled out of the saloon doors. Clementine Dakota was watching her bells work the room as she slammed an empty glass down on the bar.
Another glass, Miss Dakota?
Asked Bo Sawyer, the barkeep. He was smoking a cigarette as he cleaned a dirty shot glass. He was a short man and balder than a baby's bottom, had a mighty fine mustache though. A manly man's mustache that curled at the ends.
Such a sweet boy. Another glass, give me the whole damn bottle.
She grabbed the bottle, took a huge pull from it, and raised the bottle towards McGrady, who was making his way to the bar. McGrady tipped his hat to her. In response, he put his hand on his friend's shoulder. Clementine twirled her parasol as she smashed a whiskey glass.
Hello, my friend. May the spirits travel with you on your lawman's journey. But you'll need more than that when you try our tribe's latest rye wine. Stronger than that poor excuse for your whiskey, white man. Well, I don't know what you've been smoking in that peace pipe of yours, Chief Brave Wolf, or what kind of cactus you've ingested, but our moonshiners just made 100-proof firewater, so we shall see. I thank you for the tobacco, my friend. The crops are getting better every year. You are looking as beautiful as ever, Miss Dakota. Like a fawn seeing her reflection in the mountain spring running free.
Why, thank you kindly, Chief Brave Wolf. You're sweet sugar. Looks like someone could learn a thing or two from you on how to compliment a lady.
Clementine said as she took another drink from the bottle and winked at the sheriff.
So, old friend, what brings you into town today? Trades, supplies? Or maybe you just rode in here all the way to put your rye wine to the test?
The sheriff laughed, and after a moment of awkward silence, the chief laughed too.
I came to warn you about something ominous on the horizon. My ancestors have shown me a vision while I was in a longhouse session the day before last. Mother Earth is unhappy with the cutting down of forests, using what your people call dynamite to use and find silly riches. She will send a sign, the same sign my ancestors witnessed many moons ago, to restore balance in the stars and the heavens. Oh, sorry, Chief. I mean no disrespect to you or your beliefs, but I don't buy all that mumbo-jumbo. I only know what I can see with my own eyes. What I speak is the truth. Me and my people have no use to deceive others for personal gain. A celestial anomaly will light up the sky as it soars through the heavens like an eagle who flies above to catch its prey. Black magic in nature. It will make that once was will be. The spirit world will be unbalanced with the living world. The restless spirits will inhabit the dead, and they will walk among us.
Now, Chief, you know I love your sugar, but these ghost stories are bad for business.
Clementine said as she took another big swig from the bottle. Kissing Chief Brave Wolf on the cheek, she climbed back on top of the bar.
Now, my boys, my fair bells are a sight to see, and for the right price you might see a little bit more if you catch my drift.
Oh, sorry, Chief. I mean no disrespect to you or your beliefs, but I don't buy all that mumbo-jumbo. I only know what I can see with my own eyes. Believe what you want, my friend. I thought I'd pass the warning to you so you know what to do when the time comes. You must trust in your heart and not be clouded by your vision.
Just then, the saloon doors to the outlaws' den swung open. Nobody paid it no mind. They were all busy either playing cards or being entertained by Miss Dakota's fair bells. It was an old prospector with a worn, dusty hat. His bandana wrapped around his wrist was soaked in blood. His white beard stood out on his sun-beaten face like a snowcap on the mountains. His overalls were dusty and tattered. He was smoking a cigarette. His hands were shaking as he exhaled the smoke through his jagged yellow teeth. He saw the sheriff talking to one of those Cheyenne Indians at the bar and made his way up to them.
Oh, hell. Here comes Crazy Cooper. I wonder what kind of batshit crazy yarn he'll try to spin this time. I still have shit to do. Now, whenever you're gonna tell me, I ain't got time for it, Levi. So how's the prospecting going? You hit your catch yet?
Sheriff McGrady, I just saw the most dag-blasted thing I ever did see. So me and Loretta are at our secret spot panning for nuggets. We're close to hitting the mother lode. I can smell that gold in the air. Oh!
Now, let's just cut to the chase. How much shine you been at today, Cooper? And panning in that heat? Why don't you just sleep it off at your diggers? Or I'll let you sleep it off at the pokey. I got your regular cell all nice and comfy. Now slow down. Who in the hell is Loretta?
Oh, her. She's my trusty mule. My best friend I ever had. So I'm panning looking for shiny stuff. Then the ground shook like the earth itself was shaking apart. I look up because I hear this sound like thunder but louder. Then I see some kind of green ball of light with what looked like a tail behind it. What in tarnations was that, Loretta? Sam, hell, it crashed just beyond town near the old cemetery. I took a swig from my flask to calm my nerves and gave some to my girl because her nerves needed calming as well. Trailing smoke behind it like them engines, sending them smoke signals to each other. I went back to panning because I didn't care a continental.
You'll most likely dragged out. The sun can do a many strange thing to a fella. So, you see this thing with your mule?
Loretta? Me and Loretta.
Whatever the fuck you were with. Okay, you and Loretta see this thing, then what?
See, I speak the truth, white lawman. The sign is already here, just as my elders had shown me in a vision. Sheriff McGrady, you must prepare for battle and get as many of your people to safety.
So then what? Loretta bite you, or you get bit by a rattler, your arm's bleeding.
I saw it go down past yonder cemetery. It was getting dark and my lamp was almost dry. I packed my gear, then headed back to town to tell you what I saw. I see someone about 30 yards as the crow flies. He's shuffling towards us. I tip my hat and waved. I say, hey there, stranger. This here's my claim. I'll defend it if I have to. I told him I was packing iron, and if he came closer, I'd drop him. No answer, but he kept coming. By now, Loretta was acting a damn fool. I took another nip from my flask and aimed my sights on him. My hands were shaking like a prairie dog. Now he's right in front of me. You need help, mister? Didn't you hear what I just said? And there's the smell of earth abs decay, like a possum that's been cooking in the sun all day. That's close enough, mister. I looked up to see his face and almost pissed my chaps. This fella had no eyes. There was a mess of flies buzzing around him. He was making this low gurgling sound. Then the crazy son of a bitch bit me. I drew on him and put one in his chest, and he hit the ground like a sack of tatters. I bandaged my hand, and God be my witness. He gets back up. I hit him dead center, but got back up like it was nothing. He kept coming at me. I managed to get on Loretta, dug my spurs in her. Hi-ya. Get, come on now, let's get.
That's it, you old kook. I'm taking you in and you can sleep it off.
Sheriff McGrady, you just gotta believe me. I swear on my Mrs. Grave, God rest her soul. Came here as quick as I could.
All right, Levi. Let's go.
The sheriff said as he tapped his peacemaker. Just then, he heard screams coming from outside somewhere. McGrady pushed the saloon doors open and stepped out. All hell was breaking loose. He saw chaos, hell on earth. He saw a man, or what looked like a man, on top of a woman and was biting her face off. People running in all directions, horses running down the streets in a frenzy. From the shadows emerged a nightmarish sight. A horde of grotesque figures with rotten flesh and vacant eye sockets. Their clothes were torn and tattered, remnants of their former selves. A coach set ablaze nearly knocked McGrady down, but dove out of the way just in time.
What in the unholy hell is going on around here? Chief Brave Wolf was right. The dead have climbed out of the final resting place to eat the living.
I must ride back to my people and retrieve a medicine man's magic pouch. It might be the only thing strong enough to fight these things and send them back to hell or wherever they came from.
You picked a hell of a time to leave, Chief. The shit's hitting the pasture.
I promise to return by sunup. Remember, my friend, they are not your people anymore. They are something far worse now.
And with that, Chief Brave Wolf mounted his horse and slapped the reins, running him as fast as he could. The undead bastards were attacking the townsfolk, eating their flesh, turning on whoever they can catch. Dusty Gulch was under siege by a relentless horde of what future generations would call zombies. McGrady's heart pounded in his chest as the world around him was playing in slow motion. This was a real shit show. He knew he had to act quickly in order to protect the innocent. Hey there, partners. Tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of Showdown at Deadman's Gulch, with the town of Dusty Gulch being overwhelmed by relentless hordes of the undead. Sheriff Samuel McGrady must find a way to protect his people and make it out alive. Chief Brave Wolf on his way back to his reservation to get a sacred magic from his tribal elders to try and stop the flesh eaters. Clementine Dakota has her hands full at the honeypot, trying to make sense of what is unfolding around her. Will McGrady have a plan? Will Chief Brave Wolf make it back in time? Will Clementine be reunited with her true love? Check out part 2 of Showdown at Deadman's Gulch coming soon.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
What the hell do you want from me?
To enjoy your endless suffering and pain until there is nothing left of you and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back. that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear.
Into the Abyss has been a Dark Shogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short horror story audio podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you're hearing so far, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. I have a Q&A feature on Spotify as well. Drop me a comment or ask a question and I'll definitely respond. Thanks again for listening and downloading. Keep sharing the show, either through social media or with your friends or family. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. This is a one-time donation and will be greatly appreciated. Any donations that I receive will go directly to the show, better equipment, and to put out the best product out there for you guys to enjoy. So that's buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. And anything helps. Thanks, guys. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is into_the_abyss_podcast. Instagram is into_the_abyss_podcast. Be sure to check out DJ Trilliam tracks. These are most of the songs that I make up to put in the show's outros. These are sick, dope beats to keep your heads ringing.
A deranged state of mind by DJ Trilliam.
Yeah, we ignite, just flexing, hitting corners tight, balling hard, homies loving the hype. In the night we ride, no fear in sight. State of mind, we breaking free, fast and furious, just you and me. State of mind, we breaking free, fast and furious. State of mind, we breaking free. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. Push the pedal down, feel the drop, drifting through legends, we redefine. In this wild ride, it's my state of mind.